Our ABAP reports have two types of screens. There are selection screens and list output screens. And we have already used the output window to produce list output screens. So now let's focus on the selection screens themselves and how we put individual fields on there, like drop downs, text boxes, radio buttons, and so on, for the user to enter values themselves. Now, if you have used SAP at all, you will no doubt have used selection screens already. And just by looking at this course, you can see a selection screen right now. In transaction SE38, the actual selection screen that we see has a text box with a drop down, there's a button, there's some radio buttons. So, we're going to reproduce this type of thing for our programs. Everything that we produce will allow the user to select data to be used as parameters in our programs. And when we produce selection screens, we are actually creating dialog screens. But the beauty is we don't have to write the actual DynPro code ourselves. All we need to do is use specific ABAP statements, and the system will take care of all the screen flow logic for us. Now, as already mentioned, list screens and selection screens are both dialog programs. Every dialog program has at least one DynPro, which is held in what's called a module pool. Now, a DynPro report program called Standard Selection Screen is called and controlled automatically by the runtime environment while the program is executed. The DynPro number itself is actually 1000. The user will only see the screen when the programmer includes the parameters in their program using specific ABAP statements. And it is these ABAP statements that cause the screen to be generated and displayed to the user. This means it's really simple for the programmer to get started writing their own programs without needing to think about code to control the screen. However, there are a few specific pieces of information you need to understand in order to use selection screens with your programs, which is what we are going to cover next.